Please be seated. Distinguished guests, I would like to invite Uncle Chris Tobin, representative of the Darug people, to offer the traditional acknowledgement of country.
Thank you. Budjimulinawool, everyone. Good morning. And Nalawa, welcome. We begin today by acknowledging that we gather here together in Wallamedical country. It's the traditional country of the Darug people. It's our responsibility to look after it, and also the ancestral homelands of the Wallamedical, which are the snapperfish people. I wish also to pay my respects to our elders and our ancestors, and to thank the university for inviting me here to join you for this, what I believe to be one of the quietly significant things we do in contemporary Australia. I love the acknowledgement of countries, a beautiful way of paying respects to Aboriginal Australia, as well as affirming ourselves as a community or a nation that cares about these things and stands with Aboriginal Australia in our common pursuit for the environmental healing of our country. My family, in fact, descend from Yarramundi, a respected elder and cleverman of the neighbouring Burrabrongal clan during the early years of colonisation. He saw that our survival in this new world could best be secured if we could learn more about it. So he enrolled his daughter, Bullangai, or Maria, into the Native Institute, a school set up in 1815 by Governor Macquarie, offering formal education to Aboriginal children. Maria studied there for several years and used her newly acquired skills to lobby and eventually secure some land for herself and her family out along the Richmond Road. Other Aboriginal families soon joined them, seeking refuge during the brutal displacement of Aboriginal people throughout the 1800s, and the place became known as the Blackstown, where the present-day city of Blacktown gets its name. We are very proud of her, as I'm sure your families are of you here today. And with good reason. Your success is our success. Your advancement, our advancement. Now that was probably better understood in more traditional times when camp groups were smaller and clans abided by strict sharing laws, which meant the food that you caught and brought back was distributed throughout the rest of the camp. Your skills and good fortune were thus enjoyed by all. Your efforts literally nourished the rest of the community, and you in turn were looked after by them. Yes, we can live quite beautifully when we work together. Our Aboriginal ancestors certainly lived well in many respects, and I use occasions like this to offer them to yourselves as a model or a benchmark on how good to expect our lives today. You see, when Captain Cook arrived here a little over 250 years ago, he described the people he encountered as one of the happiest people he had ever met. They owned nothing, he wrote, but the tools they carried. They were mostly naked, made their shelters from the bark of trees without cutting them down, and fed their families from the earth without excessive tilling or clearing. There was no slavery, no rich and poor, and no homelessness. People cooperated to collect the resources that were needed, which were then shared out according to strict Aboriginal law. Our lands were maintained in their natural state through fire and responsible harvesting. Our rivers and waterways kept clean and unpolluted, with people drinking out of them as they've done here in Wallamata for the past 20,000 years. So please consider, this is not an ideal yet to be realised or some far-off dream. This is normal life for us and for the longest time, and not that long ago. So there's really no good reason anyway why we should expect less for ourselves and our children than what our ancestors enjoyed. Admittedly, there's a lot more of us. However, we are a clever people, and generosity is a key feature of our culture. So graduates, I would say expect great and wonderful things from your life. Life is good, we are naturally happy, and normally very good at looking after each other and the planet. I would just ask that you share your skills with the rest of us where you can, and keep following that beautiful spirit within you that got you this far. Do this, and I'm confident we can put together a world we can be proud of, and a future that is worthy of our children. We can all do our bit. I'll do mine by winding up, letting you graduate. Just want to say congratulations to all of you. Have a wonderful day and all the best in our collective futures. Thank you. Yep.
Distinguished distinguished guests, I'm pleased to introduce Pro-Chancellor of Macquarie University, Professor Nick Mansfield.
Thanks very much, Chris Tobin, for your acknowledgement of country. The purpose of today's ceremony is to celebrate the value and meaning of education, so it adds a great deal of significance to the event that we're able to connect it to the strong and long traditions of knowledge, education and wisdom that have been enacted on these lands for many thousands of years. It means a lot to the university that you come along and give the acknowledgement, and it's a great honour to the institution and adds a lot to the ceremony, so thank you very much. Colleagues, guests, families and friends of our graduates and, most importantly, all our graduands, it's my distinct honour and pleasure to welcome you to this graduation ceremony. I bring our graduands and their guests a special greeting from the Macquarie University Council, the university's governing body. It's our hope that today is a very happy and memorable occasion for everyone. Now, I know that there might be a number of small children and maybe even a baby or two here this morning, and I want you to know that they are especially welcome. I also want you to know that we don't expect young children to stay still or quiet through the course of a long graduation ceremony. This is very much an event for families and friends, and children are especially welcome. Today is a milestone day. Today we celebrate the wonderful achievements of those of you about to graduate. Completing a university degree is not an easy thing. It requires an intelligent and inquiring mind, determination and perseverance, and you've made many sacrifices along the way in pursuit of your end goal. But now, here you are. You've made it. And I look forward to congratulating each and every one of you. I also want to especially welcome the families, friends and supporters of our graduates here with us as invited guests. The fact that you've been invited along this morning to participate in one of the most happy and memorable days of our graduates' lives shows that you've been a significant and positive influence. So to our invited guests, thank you for coming along and joining the ceremony with us today, and congratulations to you as well. Universities are different from schools, colleges and other educational institutions in that they link teaching, which is the sharing of knowledge and ideas, with research, the discovery and formulation of new knowledge and new ways of thinking. There are very few innovations in our world, whether it be in how we're treated when we're sick, how we interact with our environment, the technologies that increasingly define our work, communication and entertainment, how we are educated, the laws we live by, the policies our governments pursue, or the debates that define how we live, think and make values that are not touched or even initiated in university-level research. A university education teaches you not only skills and knowledge, but gives you the awareness of how truth and new ideas develop, how they are tested and how they are validated. Innovation is at the heart of every university and therefore also challenge, difficulty and the excitement that go with them. Macquarie University is at the forefront of innovation and challenge. It was at Macquarie University, for example, in work done in conjunction with the CSIRO, that the world's first working WLAN microchip, on which current Wi-Fi technology depends, was developed. A technology that most of us carry around with us all the time, we depend on 24 hours a day, and that many of you will use to record today's events. It's this spirit of innovation we celebrate, especially in the graduation of our PhD candidates, who are being awarded the world's highest academic qualification for projects that by definition have to be original, groundbreaking and forward-thinking, no matter what the field. But everyone who's graduating today has had to confront challenges of innovation, of different ways of thinking and of change, a process that I'm sure has had its surprises and difficulties and confounding, confusing moments, as well as moments of anxiety, uncertainty and stress. But graduates, you've confronted these challenges and you have won through. You have faced uncertainty and difficulty. You have been assessed against high standards, world-class standards, and you have met with success. You should be very proud of what you've accomplished. It is no small achievement. The university is certainly proud of you and what you have accomplished. But we at Macquarie are also very much aware that education is not simply an academic matter. It's fundamentally about people and about human relationships. The university strives to be a hospitable, open and supportive environment. The friendliness, inclusiveness and approachability of Macquarie staff and students is something that's commented on by visitors to the university from around Australia and also from around the world. And that's an inherent part of the Macquarie University culture, and we intend that it will always remain so. Remember, you will always be welcome here. Macquarie University will always be a leader in teaching and learning and a leader in the accumulation of wisdom, knowledge and understanding. However, our collective journey is about building community where we have shared values and where we care about each other, even when our points of view on some issues might diverge. It's that combination of intellectual endeavour and human care that defines what a university is all about. Guests, academic and professional colleagues, and most importantly, our graduates, I offer you the warmest of welcomes to Macquarie University on this grand occasion. In just a few minutes, it will be my great honour and pleasure to confer your degrees upon you and welcome you as lifelong members of that community of scholars we proudly call Macquarie University. But now it's my great pleasure to introduce our occasional speaker, Dr. Mary Beth Brinson. Dr. Mary Beth Brinson is an experienced Chief Executive Officer with a distinguished career in global healthcare and medical devices. She's an expert in building business strategy, driving clinical strategy, organisational development and operational excellence, and has exceptional leadership and interpersonal skills to navigate complex environments and foster collaboration. Skilled in implementing transformative change while minimising disruption, optimising systems and establishing robust processes, Dr. Mary Beth Brinson now leads CYBAN with a clear vision for the health industry. Dr. Brinson began her career as an audiologist, specialising in cochlear implantation. After working clinically across the USA and the UK, she moved to China, where she began her corporate career. After 16 years working at Cochlear in China and Australia, she made the move to work with startup medtech companies, specifically ones moving to early commercialisation. I now invite Dr. Mary Beth Brinson to deliver the occasional address.
Good morning. I'd like to acknowledge the presiding officer, members of the faculty, staff, distinguished guests, and graduates, and their families and friends. To the graduating class, your families, faculty, friends, and all the people that have helped get you to this moment, congratulations. What an incredible day to celebrate. It's a privilege and a bit daunting to stand before you today. It's not lost on me how much work and determination, late night caffeine it's taken to get you here. And you've crossed an important finish line, but more importantly, you've crossed into a new beginning. At this end is the beginning of something new. I've been asked to say a few words that might leave you with something useful as you head off into the world, and I'm thinking, oh, what on earth would you want to hear from me? So here's the thing that I know. I know what today feels like. I've faced many endings in my own life and career that were actually portents for new beginnings in my own career, family, moves to continents, new countries, new careers. And each time I wondered, can I do this? Should I do this? And am I ready for this? And there was always a mix of excitement and achievement that I had been asked to do something, relief, I guess, that things were moving along, but always a hint of fear. You're probably asking yourself, what's next? If I ask for a show of hands, how many times you've been asked, what are your plans in the last couple of months? I'm going to guess that all of you would hold up more than 2 hands, saying everybody wants to know what your plans are. So I want to tell you, you are ready for this, and I'm going to speak to you a little bit about my unplanned life. Don't worry, parents, plans are good, and I support them. But I think I'm going to speak to you about how do you stay open to opportunity? Because none of us ever feels 100% ready, and there's never 100% assurity that the direction we're moving is the correct direction. So I started my career going into the clinical space. It's all I ever wanted to do, believe it or not, was hearing. I graduated, got a master's degree, went into taking care of families and patients, went on to do a doctorate, was able to do both. In the US, you can do professor and clinical work and practice plans. And I was extraordinarily happy. I had the dream job. It was the job I always wanted. I wrote the first cochlear implant course at a university in the United States. And I just thought I had everything. When someone said to me, what about the UK? How would you feel about that? And I was like, I don't know how I feel about that. I feel quite conflicted. What happens to my career? What happens to my family? What do I do? But I was always fascinated about opportunity and differences and always quite open. So I said, tell me more about that. A phrase that has served me really well in my life, which is not, when somebody presents something to me, it's not, no, I can't. It's, could you tell me some more about that? I'd be interested in hearing. So I ended up moving and continuing to work in fabulous places, helping people here. Then someone said, ooh, could you move to China? I was like, I don't know. I'm not sure. Could you tell me more about that? Well, that sort of ended my academic and clinical career because I did not speak Mandarin. China at the time was not doing a lot of implants. It was, sort of a reawakening time in China, and I ended up quite fortuitously bumping into the CEO at Cochlear at the time, Chris Roberts, who I knew because I was a customer of theirs working with children that were deaf. And I said, you're not going to believe this. I'm going to move to China. And he said, oh, can you hold on for a second? It just turned out that at the time they'd had a big donation that was going into China of cochlear implants, and they needed someone to help set up infrastructure in China. So a real business development role. And I thought, can I do that? I don't do business. I'm a clinician. I'm not sure I can do that. So I was at fear and uncertainty. But I thought, let's see how it goes. So I did. And it was the change in my career from academia and clinical work into a corporate world that I had never fully considered, but found extraordinarily interesting. I tell people that I went from helping families one at a time to helping large groups of people who need help. Through my work at Cochlear, and that was really interesting. I moved from clinical leadership roles into executive roles there, and then had the opportunity to move to a startup, which again was not in a plan that I had at all. I wasn't looking to leave a job that I loved and a company that I had really enjoyed, but it was an opportunity, and I thought, I have an MBA. Could I be a CEO? Well, let's have a go. And so I have continued on this trajectory in leadership roles, from strategy, commercialization, and now to CEO at a medtech startup. And I've been able to continually grow personally, certainly intellectually, and it always feels like a stretch, and it's always uncomfortable. Even speaking to you today, as many talks as I've done, I feel a little bit uncomfortable about it. But I'm just delighted to be able to tell you a little bit about my unplanned life. So the world you're entering is far more complex than the world I entered when I graduated. But I believe that every complexity offers a chance at opportunity. And I think there's more opportunity than ever before. So whether you're heading into healthcare, engineering, research, data science, entrepreneurship, or something entirely different, you're stepping into a world that is desperate for thinkers, builders, and leaders. You're also special. You've developed a resilience that others don't have coming through COVID at a senior education space, many of you at the end of your high school, early college years. I know that's been tough. It's unimaginably tough. It was a tough time for everybody. But it's given you a resilience and an experience that you can turn into opportunity. And it will set you apart from others going forward and from others that have come before you. You've been trained to solve problems, and you've got lived experience solving problems on how you remain in education while the whole education system has been tipped on in, and the whole world was tipped on in, actually. But I want to challenge you more than just becoming a problem solver. I want you to look for the right problems to solve. The world right now doesn't need more noise. It needs purposeful innovation. It needs people who are curious, ethical, and brave enough to ask, is this the best we can do? And who will benefit from it? And how can I help? At Cyban, we build non-invasive technology to help people in the ICU detect problems in real time. Why? Because those patients are particularly vulnerable. They're sedated, anesthetized, unconscious, and seconds matter. They're unable to speak for themselves, and the ability to help see problems in those patients and help is really limited. So, the question there is, well, can we do better than that? And I believe that we can. We can get doctors better information faster, and that's a problem that needs solving. It's the right problem. But this technology only exists, and all technology only exists, because teams of scientists and engineers and clinicians believe that current systems solutions weren't good enough, and we can do better for our patients. So never stop asking how you can do better. Never stop believing that you can make it better. There are more than 3 things, but 3 things I've learned in my journey that I'd like to leave with you. Curiosity is your greatest tool. Don't shut down opportunities before there is an offer before you. I see a lot of people do this. They limit themselves and say, oh, I could never do that. Well, has anybody actually put an opportunity on the table and discussed with you how you might be able to do that? You'll be really surprised once the opportunity actually reveals itself that maybe I can do that. So stay curious, endlessly curious. Ask questions. Ask uncomfortable questions. And don't accept this is the way it's always been done as a reason for stop. Curiosity drives progress. People that you surround yourself with, that's the second thing. Building networks, maintaining networks, surrounding yourself with people that are the same as you and different from you, that know more than you, that know less than you, that look like you, that don't look like you. That is absolutely critical. It's probably one of the biggest lessons I've learned is having people around me that are different from me. It keeps me learning. It helps me solve problems. I already know the answer that I think in my head, and how do I find out more about a problem? Well, I ask people that aren't just like me. So build your networks. There was, in the address this morning, we were talking about this is a home for you. Always leverage your Macquarie University network and family and keep it with you as you go forward in building your career. Take your mentors and your friends along the journey with you. And then third, remember, success is not a straight line. I was out of a job when I moved to China at first. I did not have a job. I took a leap, left my job, and thought, okay, and then I was able to land on my feet when I ran into someone who offered me a job. So success is never a straight line. You will have setbacks, and you will doubt yourself, and you will make mistakes. You learn from them, own them, but you've got to keep going. And I think the resilient population that you are will set you really on a good trajectory for that. The most successful people I know are not ones that have always gotten everything right. Your generation will define what is possible. You'll develop the next wave of medical breakthroughs, ethical AI, sustainable design, neurotech, digital health, and beyond. I don't think there's ever been a more interesting time to be involved in healthcare in any way, as we understand and come to understand more about how the body works and how disease works. It's a great time to be there. You do it not with just your degrees, but with your values and your creativity and the grit that you've had to develop. So you may not know exactly where your path will take you. You may have plans. I'm sure your parents hope you have plans after this. What are your plans? But trust that you're equipped to make a meaningful impact. Stay open and curious to anything that comes your way while you're executing your plan. I describe my career as, yeah, I had plans. I was going to do this, and then I just got nudged by different things, and I kind of went left, and I kind of went right. You just need to stay open to possibilities, because you've not only earned a degree, you've earned the responsibility to lead with integrity and purpose and build a future for everyone that's even better than the one that you've inherited. So I'll leave you with one quote from Maya Angelou, who, this is a real quote, this is not me Googling quotes for graduations, I promise. But it is something that I often say to people who are having a hard time. Do the best you can until you know better. Then, when you know better, do better. I think that's the most important thing once you learn. You know a lot today. Tomorrow, you'll know even more. So keep doing better. Keep growing. Keep questioning. Keep executing to plans, but keep your heart, mind, eyes, and ears open for the possibilities that come your way. Congratulations, all of you. I cannot wait to see what you do.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mary Beth Brinson, for giving that address, which I'm sure the graduates find encouraging and inspiring. So thank you. As Pro-Chancellor of Macquarie University, I look forward to presiding at ceremonies just like this one today and conferring degrees on those who've met the university's requirements for awards. I now call on Acting Registrar Professor Amanda Barnier to formally certify the eligibility of those who've met the university's requirements for awards.
Pro-Chancellor, I certify that all of the candidates being presented here today and those who are absent have satisfied the requirements of the Academic Senate for the degrees they are to be awarded. Would all the candidates for admission to degrees please stand?
In the name of the Macquarie University Council and by my authority as Pro-Chancellor, I admit each of you present and those who are absent to the degrees for which you have qualified. Congratulations.
Graduates, please be seated. Pro-Chancellor, the graduates at this ceremony are from the Faculty of Medicine, Health and Human Sciences. I now call on Professor Patrick McNeill, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Medicine and Health, and Executive Dean of the Faculty of Medicine, Health and Human Sciences, to present the graduates. Professor McNeill.
Pro-Chancellor, the graduates of this ceremony are from the Faculty of Medicine, Health and Human Sciences, which contains 3 departments, the Department of Linguistics, Health Sciences and Chiropractic, and 2 schools, the Macquarie Medical School and the School of Psychological Sciences, as well as a research institute, the Australian Institute of Health Innovation. The faculty is uniquely a core component of the Macquarie University Health Sciences Centre, which is an academic health enterprise in Australia. Macquarie is the only university that integrates its learning and research with health practice here on campus at our own health service called MQ Health. MQ Health provides the opportunity for our students who are enrolled within the faculty to learn or to undertake research in an ecosystem where real health practice is occurring. And the faculty is very proud of the way it integrates its learning, its health and medical research with practical clinical care, captured by the purpose of MQ Health in 3 words: heal, learn, discover. In research, the faculty has particular strengths in neurosciences, psychological sciences, cancer, clinical trials and health systems research, as well as communication. And students in the faculty are studying one of 7 undergraduate degrees or a larger number of postgraduate or research degrees. And graduates being presented today have undertaken their studies in the Department of Linguistics. Pro Vice-Chancellor, I present to you the graduates from the Faculty of Medicine, Health and Human Sciences whom you have admitted to degrees or awarded diplomas. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Linguistics and Language Sciences. Timothy Barry. Damien Chadban. Mayathiri Mo. Carol Semi Zarif Riyad. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Human Sciences and Bachelor of Speech and Hearing Sciences. Sarah Cantrill. Charlize Izza. Raneem Nasser. Anthony Richards. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Media and Communications and Bachelor of Linguistics and Language Sciences. Hai-Lin Phan. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Speech and Hearing Sciences and Bachelor of Psychology. Cheyenne Byers. Marianne Dager. Amy Hausenlaug. Alina Okan. Isla O'Reilly. Daniela Rahil. Anne Thomas. Teresa Truong. Nikita Chute. Anahita Wadwa. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Speech, Hearing and Language Sciences with the degree of Bachelor of Human Sciences. Jennifer McLennan. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Linguistics and Language Sciences. Gabriel Don. Annabelle Dorney. Teo Lin Huyn. Q Yan Huang. Jacqueline Kelso. Saskia Macchioni. Chloe San. Rachel Thompson. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Philosophy. Emmeline Frogley. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Speech and Hearing Sciences. Katie Ball. Shivangi Bhattacharjee. Natasha Bison. Kainat Bibi. Emma Bishop. Felicia Brueggemann. Georgia Butera. Jennifer Cho. Eden Cohen. Jessica Dirth. Recipient of the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence, Gia Dorfling. Amani Elbaf. Jacob Ario. Charles Fredericks. Amna Hamdan. Joanna Hamdan. Kayla Hansel. Hamra Hyatt. Alexander Hung. Ara Inocencio. Saba Kakar. Alexandra Katsilis. Lulu Y. Kelly. Ella Kenny. Ben Kitching. Kate Kozlowski. Jung Bin Lee. Sarah Lee. Emily Loschiavo. Grace McPherson. Amy Miller. Amina Mustafa. Tang Thuk An Nguyen. Tessa Oakley. Lutfaya Umatia. Sarah Packness. Alana Rivera. Madison Sant. Marcel Santillan. Zara Shah. Michaela Sorensen Cox. Lauren Suter. Phoebe Stewart. Jean Dark Torby. Michelle Tran. Karina Tucker. Tammy Tung. Anastasia Uzluk. Vinuki Vijay Gunawardena. I present the graduate admitted to the degree of Graduate Diploma of Auslan English Interpreting. Talisha Osepoko. I present graduates submitted to the degree of Master of Applied Linguistics and TESOL. Adam Cameron Taylor. Naran Neha Chaiti. Recipient of the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence, Larissa Cook. Jaehoon Kim. Soo Yeon Kim. Bahari Masamian. Maria Tovatua Mua. Undara Manbayak. Tran Han Tu Nguyen. I present graduates submitted to the degree of Master of Clinical Audiology. Zinab Abdulhaq. Vanessa Abu Hamid. Saja Al-Hamid. Jasmine Arndt. Hla Aung. Laura Bashara. Sharani Barhathidasam. Bailey Brockett. Colleen Campbell. Aileen Gao. Lian Guizhou. Ziailu Hu. Thinat V. Hun. Carolyn Janike. Pimyalak Kiati Panich. Natasha Kanezevich. Alicia Lee. Andrew Licata. Jade Mansell. Divya Mehta. Serena Patanian. George Peter. Hamna Rashid. Recipient of the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence, Sarah Steele. Recipient of the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence, Sandy Tang. Radhika Tankwal. Thamira Thevaraja. Fiong Tran. Madison Trainer. Khan Truong. Wan Ju Yang. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Conferencing Interpreting. Jeon Choi. Juon Seo. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Speech and Language Pathology. Shona Ardis. Sasha Balzan. Romina Bava. Olivia Bolivar. Sophia Bosniak. Taylor Brass. Claire Chan. Emily Diamant. Claire Doan. Chantel Farahani. Bronwyn Gomez. Erin Gulick. Mary Hannah. Aurora Henke. Quiva Hogan. Royan Hoshiapu. Sandy Carmel. Mariam Karima. Amy Kelleher. Natalie Karmas. Eva Kwan Wah Lo. Honor Madden. Caitlin McCarthy. Lucy McKern. Jessica Mitchell. Mario Hannes. Abby Patterson. Laura Payton. Lauren Pierce. Giselle Reincastle. Isabella Simmons. Celeste Tripkowski. Olivia Zarkos. Bronwyn Van. Vivian Vin. Fu Zon. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Translation and Interpreting Studies. Carmen Fung. Hyun Kim. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Translation and Interpreting Studies Advanced. Angelica Maria Vaquero Manrique. Denise Hu. Yuri Kang. Gunju Lee. Pro-Chancellor, a high degree by research is awarded to a graduate who has successfully completed a program of study in which the defining characteristic is research. Our Master of Research degree is a 2-year full-time equivalent research training degree consisting of research-based coursework, postgraduate research training, and a major research project. Graduates have focused on a specific research topic to produce a thesis of up to 20,000 words in preparation for a doctoral degree. I present the graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Research. Luke Halverson for a thesis entitled Barriers and Enablers for Aboriginal Families Accessing Ear Health Services Through Non-Government Organisations in New South Wales. Emily Pacheco for a thesis entitled Sign Language Brokering and Heritage Language Maintenance Among Hearing Children of Deaf Migrant Parents. Pro-Chancellor, that completes this morning's presentation of the graduates from the Faculty of Medicine, Health and Human Sciences.
Pro-Chancellor, I call on Sarah Steele, who graduated with a Master of Clinical Audiology, to speak on behalf of the graduating group. Sarah Steele.
morning, Pro-Chancellor, members of the university, fellow graduates and guests. Society celebrates many milestones, turning 18, landing a first job, getting married, but today we celebrate something just as significant, perhaps even more so. Unlike many milestones, earning a degree is an active choice. It demands persistence, sacrifice, and an unrelenting pursuit of knowledge. It's not something that just happens. We worked for this, we struggled for this, and today we have achieved it, and that's something to be truly proud of. University challenges everyone. It demands time, effort, and discipline. It pushes us to our limits as we navigate self-doubt, financial pressures, and the balance between study, work, and life. For some, the road to this moment has been even steeper. Research shows that first-generation students face significantly greater obstacles to completing their degrees. Others among us had to learn in a second language, navigate systems not designed for neurodivergent minds, or juggle responsibilities beyond the classroom. These barriers should not exist, but they do. And yet, here we are today, each of us, despite the obstacles we faced, persevered. And today we sit here as graduates, proof of our resilience, determination, and strength. And while today marks the end of one chapter, the journey of learning never truly stops. I mean, I'm living proof of that myself, having earned all of my degrees so far at Macquarie, and I'm continuing with a PhD in auditory neuroscience because clearly I can't leave. But whether this is your final step in academia or one of many like myself, none of us reach this moment alone. Our degrees belong to us, but our journey has been shaped by those who supported us. So, to the parents, partners, siblings, friends, mentors, lecturers, tutors, and supervisors who encouraged us, thank you. I'd also like to take this moment to thank Macquarie University for giving me, a queer, neurodivergent daughter of immigrants, the platform to speak today. Representation matters, and decisions like these, offering spaces to voices that are too often brushed aside, are how real change begins. And as graduates, we have the knowledge and the responsibility to do the same. The world doesn't change on its own. It changes when people speak out and create the space for others. Graduates, today is about celebration, honouring our hard work, and embracing the endless possibilities ahead. But as we move forward, remember that while the support from others around us is invaluable, the most important relationship that we will ever have is with ourselves. Be your own biggest advocate. Believe in yourself with the same kindness that you would offer to those that you love. A quote I recently came across reminds us, we ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? So, armed with your degree, go forward with confidence, let yourself shine, and never forget you deserve to take up space in the world. Congratulations, graduates.
Congratulations, Sarah, again, and thank you very much for coming along. Would you all join me again in thanking Sarah for that speech?
Oh
was Angela Brewer. Angela is the founder and artistic director of Coast Opera Australia. Will you please join me again in thanking her for that support? Please also join me in thanking our musicians this morning. On the organ, Heather Moen-Boyd. And on the trumpet, Colin Grisdale. I'd also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge and thank representatives from our alumni community who've generously offered their time to come along and make sure this morning's events run smoothly. And finally, please join me in thanking our technical staff who ensure that the proceedings can be seen and heard not only for all of us here in the hall, but also for those who've joined the event around the world on live stream. Graduates, this ceremony marks a change in your relationship with Macquarie University, but it certainly does not represent the end of your association with us. From today onwards, you are now part of the bigger Macquarie family. Our alumni network, which has over 240,000 members living in over 150 countries around the world, now welcomes you to its fold. We look forward to seeing you again on campus to attend alumni events, to undertake further study, or simply to visit our beautiful surrounds and reminisce about the times you spent here as a Macquarie University student. Graduates, the award of a university degree carries many privileges and opportunities, but like all privileges, it also carries responsibilities. We urge you to commit to lifelong learning and inquiry. We urge you to set ambitious goals for yourselves. We urge you to continue the hard work that has already brought you this far. And remember, the world isn't only changed by the great leaps forward of an Albert Einstein or a Marie Curie, but of the many contributions, small and large, of people just like you. At Macquarie, we pride ourselves on developing each and every one of our students into engaged community citizens and leaders. So we urge you to always give thought to what you can do for others along the way. You don't have to do much sometimes to make a real difference to someone's life. Sometimes a small gesture or a kind word can mean an enormous amount. We challenge you to continue to exercise sound judgment and initiative, and to always be generous in offering practical advice and wisdom to those you meet on life's journey. Our hope is that as graduates of Macquarie University, you'll use what you've learned here not only for your own benefit, but also for the betterment of our community. And in all you do, we charge you to uphold the good name of Macquarie University. It's also our hope that you always remember the people who've helped you along the way, many of whom are here with us in the hall this morning. So to acknowledge their contribution and thank them, I'm going to ask you to do a couple of things. First, I'd like all our new graduates to please stand. Now, I want you to place your testamas on your seats behind you and turn around to face your families and friends. And now it's time to give them a mighty round of applause. Okay, turn around now. Don't sit down, don't sit down. Here on the dais with me are representatives of our academic community who've supported and mentored you throughout your journey. So please join me in thanking them. Graduates, please remain standing, but do pick up your testamas from the seat behind you. We don't want you to forget them. The official party will soon leave the graduation hall, followed by the graduates in procession. As we do, our organist will play the traditional recessional music of graduation, which has been played at ceremonies like this one for many centuries. There's an age-old set of Latin lyrics to this music which begins, Gaudiemus igitur dum sumus juvenes. Translation, this graduation exit song starts out, therefore let us rejoice, for we will always be young. The song speaks in a whimsical way of youth and old age at the same time, of the brevity of life and the inevitability of death, of state and city, and of happiness. So again, to our newest graduates of Macquarie University, my warmest congratulations and every best wish for futures filled with success, satisfaction, and above all, with happiness. Now might I ask everyone to please stand. Shortly I'll lead the official party out to be followed by the graduates, and I then invite you all to follow the graduates out of the graduation hall outside to enjoy some light refreshments. In concluding today's ceremony, let me repeat, Gaudiemus igitur, therefore let us rejoice.